Spiritual psychosis is not a laughing matter, guys. I went through this in prison. Here's my story. On December 1st, 2021, I was sentenced to 20 years at 100% in Illinois Department of Corrections. I started trying to find myself, trying to read a lot of spiritual knowledge, a lot of ancient esoteric knowledge. And as I read this, it empowered me once again. It lifted me up. It gave me a renewed sense of faith and a renewed sense of self. So I kept continuing on the journey. I spent my whole time imbibing the meaning of all the texts I was reading, all the knowledge I was reading, discovering truth. I was making correlation between my inner reality and my outer reality. I meditated and prayed daily. I studied spiritual laws like my life depended on it because it really did. This was my only source of happiness. I eventually came to a state of consciousness in which I realized that I am not seeking a spiritual experience. I'm not some type of human being just seeking a spiritual experience, that I am the entirety of the experience. I am the spiritual being observing the human. As I meditated on the truth, I realized a warm, glowing presence, a life force energy that was radiating through my solar plexus. It was nothing like never before. It just felt like bliss, unconditional love, inner peace. I never had felt it before in my entire life. And basically, I realized that this is who I am. That presence is who I am. It's not something I'm trying to chase or experience. And the rest was history. So by the time I was transferred to real prison, I was in a pure state of bliss, happiness, peace, and just joy. I was 19 when I was transferred to a maximum security facility in which we stayed in the cell for 25 hours a day. And it wasn't even 24/1 due to COVID protocol. It was literally the whole time. We only left the cell about 3 days a week, and this was a recipe for disaster. As I got there, I was intimidated because, I thought like, man, I heard about this place. I thought I'm gonna have to fight everybody, man. I thought I'm gonna have to defend myself, but my inner essence just radiated so loudly, man. It's like people heard my soul before I spoke. People gravitated towards me. I had personal magnetism out of this world. People respected me, and it was a genuine respect. It wasn't a superficial gangster persona kind of respect. It was really genuine love, and I never experienced something like this before. I felt a deep sense of oneness with everybody around me, and it was crazy. I was so at peace with myself. I got to the point where it was like I almost don't even need my freedom anymore because God has given me so much peace, so much serenity, so much tranquility in the midst of this time. So it was like, man, I don't even need my freedom anymore. I want it, but it's something that I'm not dying to have. There's something very disturbing happened, y'all. I started becoming a little bit too obsessed with the woo-woo. I started neglecting physical reality, and I started chasing these spiritual experiences as a form of escapism from my situation. And anybody knows it is a big red flag when someone uses spirituality as a way to escape the present moment. Your spiritual journey shouldn't make you want to escape the present moment. It should ground you into reality and give you a more in-depth understanding of it. I became delusional, y'all. Like, I lost my mind. Like, I literally believed if I chased a certain experience, that if I meditated long enough, or visualized the right way, or prayed the right way, that I might be let out right then and there. Or even crazier, I had this weird delusion that if I thought one bad thought, the CEO would come give me my legal mail and tell me my appeal got denied, and I would literally tremble like in fear every time they walk past the bars. Every time the other people call, hey, legal mail online, or legal mail on the gallery or something like that, I would literally run away from the bars. Like, I would literally back up from the bars. I thought he was about to tell me my appeal got denied just because I thought one bad thought. I started becoming so fearful and paranoid. I was apprehensive about everything and anything. I thought everything was sent to destroy me. I literally thought I couldn't trust anyone. It was insane. And I never had any visual hallucinations, but I had auditory hallucinations. It was crazy. Like, it's like I heard a car crash in my mind. It was like, and it crashed. Like, I heard glass breaking. I heard bombs blowing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I heard guns going off in my head. I heard, like, I smelled gunpowder. I smelled things that weren't there. Like, I heard gunshots going off in my head from the street life. It was crazy. My perception of time was so skewed. I thought I was in different years and different time stamps. It was so crazy. And for y'all who like sci-fi, please don't get no cute ideas. That ain't the time travel you want. Like, anybody know who was in prison with me know I love to work out. Working out, that was my drug. I was real serious about my fitness, and my fitness started declining. Like, people would notice, like, man, DC, you lost it. You blowed out. You lost it. Like, it was so crazy. Like, everything else started declining. And when you're under psychosis, you have this weird illusion that God wants you to focus primarily on spiritual matters and not your physical life and not other aspects of your life. God ain't telling you to do that. God don't like ugly, and God don't like musty. Get in that water, boy. My vision was so blurry. It was like focusing the camera lens, but it's too hard to. Like, I suffered almost 3 years from this thing called visual snow syndrome. And it's basically where, okay, y'all remember when y'all mama had the fatback TV and she ain't pay that cable bill? And how you try to go to Disney Channel, how it looked? Yeah, imagine seeing a world like that for 3 years. Another thing I noticed is that my speech was so incoherent, like, or I would talk to somebody. I would have a full-blown conversation with somebody, and As we talking, I literally forget everything we just talked about and everything I just said. Like I would literally have to play it off because I forgot everything I just said. Like in the midst of me saying what I just said, in the midst of me trying to convey a viewpoint, trying to get somebody to understand something, I will forget exactly what I was trying to get at, and it would be the most embarrassing thing ever. It was like I was hearing myself talk, so I thought I was loud in my head, but nobody could understand anything I was saying. Another thing is when you in psychosis, you have a grandiose sense of superiority. Like I'm spiritual, so yeah, they nobody, they beneath me. You have a inflated sense of ego. And I remember my cellie used to try to check on me. He'll be like, "Man, you okay?" And I'd be like, "Man, you ain't gotta check on me, man. Like I'm straight, I'm good." Like I had to put on a persona that is as if I was always vibrating high. And like I never had any problems. Like I always was vibrating high. You ain't gotta check on me. So it gives you a grandiose sense of superiority where you have to keep a spiritual persona. Long story short, by October 2023, I was brought home by the grace of God and by divine law. But I have to say that was the most traumatic experience I had in my lifetime, and I've been through some very traumatic things, but that was hands down the worst because it's something that happened inside of me. Spiritual psychosis is not a joke. If you feel yourself slowly fall into spiritual beliefs to the point where you're detaching reality or neglecting physical responsibilities, putting things off, not getting things done, literally not taking care of your hygiene, not taking care of yourself, you have a problem that is a red flag. Seek help immediately. I didn't even know what I was going through because I was in jail and we ain't had the internet. I just had to tell people I don't know this man thing I got going on. I got to heal this man thing first. I'm gonna be all right. Like I didn't know what this stuff was called. I had no awareness that this was called spiritual psychosis. Like this was very new to me. I want you to understand that you're not alone. A lot of people are going through this right now, and this is because a cosmic evolution is happening. People are awakening at alarming rates, and they don't know how to control it. I don't know if y'all Dragon Ball Z fans, but think about when they first went Super Saiyan. They rarely know how to control it. You know what I'm saying? It makes them powerful, but they don't know how to control it, and it makes them go crazy. So think about it like that. Perception is everything. Don't perceive it as you lost your mind or you blow it out or you tweaking. Always remember that you're going to see it as a withdrawal from ego. You know how people do drugs that go through withdrawals? You're having egoic withdrawals. You're withdrawing from the ego. So always, if you see it the right way, it won't affect you as much. Get a lot of rest. Distract the psychosis. Don't try to fight it. If you fight it, if you resist it, it will make it worse and you will eventually lose your mind. Constant prayer and meditation. And always remember, guys, once again, you are not alone. You will get through this, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but beware.